Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to consider the incredible value of time. You see, we can always make more money. Money comes and goes, it's a renewable resource. But time is finite. Once a minute passes, once a day goes by, it's gone forever. There's no bank where we can deposit a few hours for later, no way to withdraw extra time when we need it most. Now, imagine you were given a sum of money each morning with one condition: whatever you don't spend by midnight is gone. Do you think you'd be careless with that money, letting it slip through your fingers? Of course not. You'd use it wisely, wouldn't you? Yet every single day we're given 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds, no more, no less, and too often we treat it as if it's limitless. Here's a hard truth: our days are numbered, and none of us knows exactly how many we have. The real power lies in recognizing the worth of each moment. We should aim to use our time not just to be busy, but to be productive, to put it towards something meaningful. Ask yourself this: if you look at how you spent your time today, did it bring you closer to your goals, to your dreams, to becoming the person you truly want to be? Or was it just another day that slipped by unnoticed? Money can buy comfort, but it can't buy true fulfillment. It can buy things, but it can't buy purpose. It can buy moments of happiness, but it can't buy joy or lasting peace. And it certainly can't buy us more time. You see, time is our most valuable currency because it's the only thing we spend that we'll never get back. Time is unlike any other resource we have. It is finite, slipping away with each passing moment, completely out of our control. Once a minute is gone, there's no way to reclaim it, no store where we can buy it back, and no account we can borrow it from. Unlike money, which can be saved, invested, or even doubled with a bit of savvy, time moves forward with or without our permission. This is what makes it so precious and why we should treat each moment as valuable. In a single day, we are all given 24 hours to spend as we choose, and the clock doesn't pause. When we spend money on something, it's usually because we believe it's worth the exchange. But how often do we consider the worth of our time with the same level of care? We tend to get distracted or let time pass in ways that aren't meaningful sometimes because we assume we'll always have more of it. What makes time especially precious is its unpredictability. None of us know how much of it we truly have. Some may have decades ahead of them, while others may not. This uncertainty adds an even greater value to each moment, highlighting why we should never take it for granted. Time isn't just a measure on a clock, it's an opportunity to grow, to build relationships, to accomplish something meaningful, and to experience life fully. So rather than letting time slip by unnoticed, it's essential to recognize each moment's unique value. Every day, every hour, every minute that passes is part of a limited supply. The sooner we acknowledge this, the sooner we can start investing our time in ways that make a real difference. Money, unlike time, is a renewable resource. If we lose money, it's often possible to earn it back, whether through work, investing, or building new streams of income. This flexibility gives money a dynamic quality. It can ebb and flow, increase, and even multiply over time. People can lose fortunes and rebuild them. With skill, effort, and sometimes a bit of luck, they can recover financially and even create greater wealth than before. This aspect of money means we can take risks, make financial decisions, and have the opportunity to learn from mistakes, all while knowing that, in most cases, there's a chance to recover. Money's renewability also means it can be stored for the future. People can save money, grow it through investment, or preserve it for times when they need it most. This stored potential can be used to bring stability, security, and opportunity at different stages of life. Money can fund experiences, support a family, or help achieve long-term goals. In many ways, money represents options. It opens doors and provides flexibility that allows us to shape our lives in various ways. When managed well, it can be a powerful tool that contributes to personal growth, freedom, and stability. But despite its value and power, money's renewable nature also reveals its limitations. It's valuable, but its loss is rarely final. This difference is what sets money apart from time. Money can be replenished, regained, or even multiplied, while time, once gone, is lost forever. Recognizing money as a renewable resource helps us see that while it's important, it's not worth trading away the irreplaceable moments of our lives. Instead, we can see it as a tool to be used wisely, a means to support and enrich our lives, not the end goal in itself. Each day, we all start with the same allotment of time, 24 hours. No matter who we are, where we live, or what we do, the amount of time each day remains equal. This universal daily gift is something we often take for granted, yet it's one of life's greatest equalizers. Every morning, we're granted a fresh set of hours, and how we choose to spend them is entirely up to us. Unlike money or other resources, time doesn't discriminate. No one has more or less than the daily 24 hours. This constant allotment encourages us to reflect on our choices. Some people manage to achieve incredible things within a day, while others may feel as if their time just slips away. The difference lies in awareness and intentionality. When we view each hour as an opportunity, we start to understand that every day is a blank slate, a chance to work toward our goals, nurture our relationships, or even simply rest and recharge. We can fill our days with meaningful activities, or we can let them pass unnoticed. The hours will continue to march forward either way. Realizing that everyone has the same daily allowance of time can be incredibly empowering. It means that no matter our circumstances, we always have the chance to make the most of each day. By learning to prioritize and manage our time, we can create a life that aligns with our values, ambitions, and dreams. This daily allotment challenges us to think carefully about what we want to achieve, to live more intentionally, and to make each day count. Ultimately, having the same 24 hours as everyone else serves as a reminder that time is a resource not to be squandered. Each day is an opportunity to make choices that bring us closer to the lives we envision, a precious span that is ours to shape. Time, despite being our most valuable resource, is often undervalued. We tend to assume we'll always have more of it, treating it as though it's limitless. This mindset can lead us to spend hours, days, even years on things that don't genuinely fulfill us, distracted or sidetracked by routines and activities that don't align with our true goals and aspirations. It's easy to fill time with tasks that feel urgent in the moment, like scrolling through social media, responding to emails, or watching television, but when we look back, we might realize that much of it was spent without purpose. Unlike other resources, time doesn't replenish. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever, but we often realize this too late. This undervaluing of time often stems from a lack of awareness about its true nature. We may feel we'll have time later to pursue our dreams, improve our relationships, or work on personal growth. But this later is uncertain. Each day we delay or put off meaningful pursuits is a day we can never retrieve. Every hour we spend on distractions or activities that don't bring us closer to our purpose represents a missed opportunity. When we fail to truly value time, we end up letting it control us rather than using it to our advantage. We might fill our schedules with commitments that don't serve us or with routines that don't inspire us. Valuing time means we take ownership of it, choosing how we spend it consciously and with purpose. By valuing our time, we're reminded to focus on what truly matters and to prioritize what will bring us the most fulfillment. Recognizing time's fleeting nature helps us live more intentionally, ensuring that our days are spent building a life that aligns with our deepest values and goals. Spending time wisely means using it in ways that bring us closer to our goals, dreams, and personal growth. It's not enough to merely fill our days with activity. We must be intentional about how we use each moment. Every day is an opportunity to take a step towards something meaningful, whether it's in our careers, our relationships, or our personal development. Time spent without purpose or direction can feel like it's slipping away, but when we invest it in things that align with our values, we begin to see it as a powerful tool for transformation. Focusing on our goals requires being selective about how we spend our time. We may have many obligations, distractions, and commitments, but it's crucial to evaluate whether they contribute to our larger objectives. For example, time spent on tasks that bring us immediate gratification, like checking emails or watching TV, might feel productive in the short term, but they don't bring us closer to the long-term achievements we desire. On the other hand, time dedicated to learning a new skill, building a business, improving health, or cultivating meaningful relationships provides long-lasting benefits that ripple through all areas of life. When we choose to spend time purposefully, we create momentum toward the future we envision. Every moment we spend working toward our goals adds up, even when it doesn't seem like much at the time. Each small action compounds, and over time it leads to significant progress. More importantly, purposeful use of time brings a sense of fulfillment. It allows us to feel that we are living with intention, not merely going through the motions. Time invested in growth and meaningful pursuits not only brings us closer to our aspirations, but also ensures we live a life that feels rich with purpose and achievement. Money can buy comfort, security, and material goods, but it can't provide true fulfillment or lasting happiness. While wealth can open doors to opportunities and offer a certain level of ease, it doesn't address the deeper, more meaningful aspects of life that bring us true joy and satisfaction. Money might enable us to purchase a beautiful home, a fancy car, or a dream vacation, but it cannot buy the sense of peace, purpose, or connection that we derive from the way we choose to spend our time. Time spent on things that genuinely matter, such as nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, or personal growth, brings a sense of fulfillment that no amount of money can replace. You can't purchase meaningful memories with your loved ones or the joy of achieving a goal you've worked tirelessly toward. Money might help you pay for a nice dinner, but it cannot replace the shared laughter, the bond, or the warmth of the moments spent with people who care about you. It's through these experiences, built over time, that we find deep satisfaction in life. Furthermore, money can often create a false sense of security, leading people to believe that wealth is the ultimate goal. But without time invested in developing a sense of self, building relationships, or understanding our own values and purpose, wealth becomes an empty pursuit. People may accumulate riches but still feel unfulfilled because they've neglected the most valuable parts of life, those that time and attention nurture. Not money. Ultimately, money can make life more comfortable, but it can never replace the emotional and psychological rewards that come from spending time in ways that bring true contentment. Fulfillment is built from experiences, relationships, and personal growth, which require time, not wealth. Money, despite its many benefits, has one fundamental limitation: it can never buy more time. No matter how much wealth we accumulate, there's no way to extend the hours in a day or add years to our lives. Time is the one resource that is completely outside of our control. Once it's gone, it cannot be recovered. A billionaire may have all the comforts money can buy, but if they run out of time, they are no better off than anyone else. Time, unlike money, cannot be hoarded, saved, or replenished. It's a finite commodity. This stark difference between money and time is often what makes time so much more valuable. People can lose their money and still have the opportunity to rebuild it, but once time passes, it's lost forever. No amount of wealth can reverse the passage of time, which is why we should be incredibly mindful of how we spend it. While money can help us enjoy more experiences or access resources that make life easier, it's time that allows us to experience life in the first place. The hours we dedicate to family, personal development, learning, or pursuing our passions cannot be bought or replaced. The fact that time is irreplaceable also makes it an even more precious resource than money. If we waste money, it can often be earned back through hard work, investment, or planning. But if we waste time, we cannot make up for it. Every moment we let slip by is one we'll never get back. This is why it's crucial to recognize the value of time and treat it with the respect it deserves, choosing to invest it in things that contribute to the life we truly want to live. Living intentionally means using time in a way that is aligned with our values and goals, rather than allowing it to be consumed by distractions or unimportant tasks. When we live with intention, we recognize that every moment is an opportunity to move closer to the life we desire, whether it's building our career, strengthening our relationships, or nurturing our personal growth. Being intentional with time requires us to make conscious choices about how we spend it, rather than letting it pass by without reflection or purpose. This approach demands mindfulness. It's about being aware of how we allocate our time and whether those choices are serving our long-term objectives. For example, we can choose to spend time working on a project that moves us forward in our career, or dedicate hours to learning a new skill that will improve our life. On the other hand, we might waste time on things that provide little value, scrolling through social media, engaging in idle gossip, or procrastinating on tasks that matter. Key to intentional living is recognizing which activities are worthwhile and which ones detract from the meaningful use of our time. Living intentionally also means saying no to things that don't align with our purpose. Time is limited, and every yes we say to one thing is a no to something else. By making intentional choices about where we invest our time, we create space for the activities that matter most. This might mean prioritizing work that contributes to our personal goals over commitments that are less important. It's about crafting a life that reflects who we are and what we truly want, rather than simply responding to the demands of others or the pressure of external expectations. In essence, intentional living is about taking control of our time, making decisions that move us closer to our dreams, and ensuring that the time we have is spent in ways that are fulfilling and meaningful. Time is often referred to as our most valuable currency because, unlike money or material possessions, it cannot be replaced, saved, or bought. While money can be earned, lost, or invested, time is a finite resource that we are each given in equal measure. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and how we use those hours is what ultimately shapes the course of our lives. This makes time more valuable than any other resource we have because once it's gone forever. The concept of time as a currency challenges us to think about how we spend it. Just as we wouldn't waste money on frivolous purchases without considering their value, we should also be mindful of how we spend our time. Each day is like a blank check, and how we use those hours can either add to our sense of fulfillment or leave us feeling like we've squandered an opportunity. The way we invest our time, whether it's spent on personal growth, relationships, or pursuing meaningful work, has a direct impact on the quality of our lives. Unlike money, time does not compound or accumulate. We can't store it up for the future or retrieve it once it has passed. Every moment is a one-time opportunity, making it irreplaceable. This realization helps us understand the importance of making intentional choices about where we spend our time. By valuing time as the ultimate currency, we acknowledge its power to shape our present and future. When we invest time in the things that truly matter to us, we ensure that it yields the greatest returns in the form of personal growth, happiness, and lasting memories. Treating time as our most valuable currency is a powerful mindset shift that encourages us to approach each day with purpose and intention. Every minute we have is a valuable opportunity to make progress, and when we begin to view each moment as precious, we shift how we approach life. Time, unlike money or other resources, is irreplaceable. Once a minute passes, it's gone forever. This realization makes us more conscious of how we spend our time, encouraging us to be more deliberate in our actions. When we prioritize the right activities and focus on meaningful tasks, we ensure that our time is being used in ways that align with our long-term goals and values. Every small action, when done with intention, adds up over time. It's easy to dismiss a single minute or hour as insignificant, but in reality, it is these small increments that accumulate to create the larger picture of our lives. If we consistently invest our time in meaningful pursuits, whether it's working toward a career goal, nurturing relationships, or improving ourselves, those seemingly small efforts will compound into something much larger. On the other hand, when we allow time to slip away in trivial pursuits or distractions, we can look back and realize that those minutes, too, added up, just not in ways that contribute to the life we want. Making every minute count doesn't mean we need to be busy all the time. It's about being intentional with how we use our time. Whether we're working on personal projects, relaxing, or spending time with loved ones, each moment can hold value if we approach it with mindfulness. This approach allows us to live with greater satisfaction and purpose, knowing that we are consciously shaping the life we want. Time, when spent with intention, becomes an investment in our future, one small but significant choice at a time. So let's be wise with our time. Let's invest it in what matters in our growth, in our relationships, in our goals. Let's not just live, but live intentionally. Because if we truly value our time, we'll find that the rest often falls into place. Make the minutes count, and you'll find that they add up to a life that's rich in the ways that truly matter.